ready for the main fight card of the evening. Fantastic, here we go then. Your first fight on the main card is fight number 8. It is a super welterweight contest, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds, and this fight is sponsored by Saj Hussein Wealth Academy. Let's introduce to you your boxers as they make their way to the ring. Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, Connor King.
C'est tout mon frère, Fanny Martin.
Here we have Connor King making his way to the ring with a record of 3 wins. Standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall. He definitely will be given the heights in this fight. Will be shown he has that might, being the king that he is. Again, coming out to Sidney Musawala. I'm loving this, I must say. He, of course, was another king. And homage to a king from another king. It's always respected.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the red corner, please welcome Nabeel Javed.
There you have it, Nabeel Javed. 1-on-1, standing at 6 feet tall. And he's a fighter, Darren, that you've seen before as well.
Yeah, I've seen Nabeel over a couple of competitions previously, growing and developing into his boxing, but clearly working hard on the sport, so hopefully a good performance from him here this evening.
He doesn't just fight for himself, he fights for something bigger than boxing. That is the condition that he has, where he has to have a blood transfusion every 2 weeks in order to stay alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. This fight sponsored by Saj Hussein Wealth Academy. Let's introduce to you your principals and first, fighting out of the blue corner. This is Connor King. And Connor's opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Give a warm welcome, please, to Nabeel Javed.
Big support in-house tonight for Nabeel Javed.
Massive support. But can he leave them with happiness after this fight is the question. We've got the reach and the height advantage there, Nabeel.
Fight number 8, it's round 1.
Nabeel starting with a high guard with the right hand there, probing in with his jab. Good body work early on from Nabeel. Glancing shots, but putting them in all the same.
18-minute jab as well. Switching stance though, King, already.
Jab from King. Big left hook there from King. Just gets underneath the over the glove of Nabeel.
Lovely check hook that was, I must say.
Nabeel being super tight with his defence upon entry, which is a good thing to see.
Definitely. A lot of these punches aren't landing though on King, I must say.
A lot more volume than I've seen previously from Nabeel. His boxing's a lot tighter, but as you say, his shots aren't landing with much malice at the moment.
Working that body though. Is that a tactic that he used in previous fights?
I'd say he's using it more purposefully in this fight. I think this is easily the best I've seen him. He's made some clear improvements to his game. Big body shots.
Martin Morris was lucky to avoid that hook as well. We all know Nabeel is the taller fighter. He needs to use that jab. Keep King at range.
Switch jab there from King to keep Nabeel at bay.
There's some blood coming from King's nose by the looks of it.
Big looping hook attempted there by King, comes up short as both men clench in the centre ring. Tight defence again upon entry from Nabeel. So it's good to see him being considerate of his defence in this fight.
Clearly tell he's worked on it. Back of the head. We was talking about how teams to jab and step into it with combinations.
End of the first round there. Have to say that's for Nabeel Javed.
Yeah, I agree. Javed probably was the busier fighter. Although there were a lot of his punches that weren't landing, a lot more of his punches landed as opposed to King. He's definitely using that jab as well, Javed, and he's targeting that body.
Yeah, I think good use of the jab on entry, nice tight defense, and then attacking to the body. Those shots aren't stinging King, I wouldn't necessarily say, but they're scoring shots. They're on the knuckle part of the glove against the body, and they're scoring shots, and the judges are going to be seeing them. Both men looking composed in their corners, neither of them particularly wearing that first round on their faces at the end of this first.
No, I think it was definitely a good round. Definitely did score a goal, Javed.
10 seconds.
There's still 2 rounds to go. Plenty of time for King to come back.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Already back with the jab, double jab into the body. Wild hook by King. I feel like a lot of the body work that Javed is doing so far is hitting the arms of King.
Yeah, tight defense from King. It looks loose and limp at times, but he is actually very defensively aware. You can tell by the way he's absorbing these shots. Stepping away from the big hooks of Nabeel Javed.
Smart boxing. Doesn't want to be trapped on the ropes.
Nabeel is sinking that right hook to the body just behind the elbow, so they are scoring shots, they are landing. I don't think they're necessarily troubling King, but they are certainly landing. Big left hook there from King.
Considering Nabeel has been touted as an outside fighter, he's finding a lot more on the inside on this team.
I think he's potentially struggling to find the perfect range for those body hooks that he's throwing. I think if he lowered his centre of gravity, lowered his base a little bit, he'd find a happier home from distance with those body shots.
No, I think that's a fair take. I mean, in the first round, he was definitely a lot lower first round as opposed to this. He was a lot more upright.
As you get tired, as the fatigue starts to set in throughout the fight, you'll see fighters start to straighten up a little bit because it's so taxing to stay in that bent knee position.
Nabeel's looking for an onslaught here.
8 count called here by the referee Mozart Morris for an onslaught of body shots that have landed flush on King.
It's the thing, if you don't fight back as a boxer, Mozart Morris is going to see that and think, you're not fighting back. Standing count.
King making the most of this 8 count in the deep pressing in the corner.
Last 10 seconds.
Nabeel does look tired as well, remember, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely right hand by King.
I think he's hurt his hand there, King, throwing that shot. Winks and shaking it.
I mean, unless he's Roberto Duran and he's got hands of stone, the way that landed, that would hurt anyone if you're not putting the right technique into that.
Yeah, I think he's landed with the back end of the bottom knuckle there, and there's potential that he's done damage to his hand. Referee investigating.
Could we see the doctor potentially check in? King here. Safety of the fight is always paramount.
Referee already up on the mat to check out the hand of King. I have a feeling that this fight could be stopped in the corner.
How did you see that round anyway, regardless of what is going on now?
End of the fight there. Hand injury has caused King to retire in the corner. Pretty comfortable performance for Nabeel up until that point, until that shot landed flush. Probably the best shot that King landed during the fight, and he's unfortunately damaged his hand to the point that he can no longer continue with this bout. sure not the way that Nabeel Javed wanted to win this fight, but you know, performing well up until that point. Best performance I've seen him in so far, so credit to him. We take you ringside now, where the referee will call the final decision on this bout, and we will have an in-ring interview with Nabeel Javed, courtesy of Sani.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and show all your appreciation for both boxers in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately at the end of round number 2, Connor is unable to continue due to a medical issue. Therefore, your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Nabeel Javed!
Nabeel, congratulations on that win. Unfortunately, it happened to end the way it did. How did you find the fight going into that point?
You know what? It was good. I felt good. Improvement, but we can all improve because that's really a change over. Literally, I just see him coming in and my partner to change. So look, just saying out this game, man. I'm not trying to well. Everyone for supporting me. Big up Big Facts. Big up Sam. Big up Silvac Sam. Right my corner. Big up my wife supporting me. You know what? Thanks, guys. Many of you that know me know that I suffer from blood disorder, locality maker. So in summary, what that means is every few weeks, the only reason I'm alive is without blood transfusions. Doctors, when I was born, they didn't know my life expectancy. They didn't know I was going to live for 5, 6 years old, 10 years old. And look, here I am, alhamdulillah, competing in boxing.
Definitely a testament to what you've done, great, what you're doing, all the awareness. And what's next for you?
Now, just before, what I want to say to everyone is, look, I'm not amazing at the sport, but I do this because I want to do it. You know, I never thought that it would be possible, and alhamdulillah, all praises to Almighty. I'm here in the ring doing what I love. Boxing is what I love. Yeah, I'm not great at it, but we'll get better and get better. What I do is put the hard work in, dedication, and if I can do this, then all you at home sat there thinking you can't do this, can't do that, you can do it, because trust me, the sky is not the limit.
And that's all you wrote. Your winner again, Nabeel Javed.